Hello everybody and welcome to episode 19 of my 30-day video challenge. My name is Diego Abbas-Bailey and I'm super pumped, like really pumped to be here today and talking again to you. If you're somebody who is using social media quite a lot, then this may be of interest to you. Our mind is like a plant. Yes, a plant. So the way it works is very simple. Well, it's actually quite complicated, but we're going to explain it very simple. So what you consume during your day-to-day eventually shapes the way you feel inside and how you look at the world. And if that's happening for a long time, whatever or not you really are aware of it, your mentality and your approach to the world will change. And that's the most scariest thing for me ever. I never really realized that because I'm consuming something on my phone, that it alters completely my viewpoint of life, right? How things should be, what's fair, what's happening, and what's not happening. I have been using Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube for quite a long time, and I started to realize that there would be those things that would grab my attention and they would be completely mindless. They would just suck my attention. They would be about drama, some problem, somebody's dying, all of that stuff, right? And I understand why this is created, why this content is being pushed forward. Well, that's because, news like this, especially negative news about some shooting and killing, really drag our attention. That's why you see always newspapers, frontline saying something on the lines of, shocking truth or somebody died or controversial, mystery. Like they never talk about the good stuff that is happening. Well, because the good stuff doesn't invoke such a reaction as fear does, right? So I started to realize that, well, if our mind is just like a plant, then day in and day out, what we put into it is what shapes our viewpoint and even influences our character. Now ask yourself, when you open your Instagram, are you getting all hyped up, excited, or are you like, are you feeling an anxiety because you wish you would be like somebody else, or you see something that doesn't really, make you happy? I was in this space for not too long ago, and I started to do a certain Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube cleanse, where I would go into my Instagram, look at the people I follow, and if they didn't promote any kind of well-being or happiness in me, I would either unfollow them or mute them, right? And when you're saying by mute, I can't see their posts. We still have a friendship, but when I need to text them, I can, but I don't see their posts. And I have to be honest, initially it did feel a little bit uncomfortable, but now I feel super pumped up because no matter how productive you are, you're gonna have those times where you'll be like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna sneak in a couple of seconds of Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, whatever it is, right? And because there's no stopping motion, like you just scroll up, right? You're just gonna see random people like breakfast and discussions about something. If you're not, if somebody would tell you have only 1 hour, would you actually spend an hour mindlessly browsing this shit? No, you wouldn't. Like it's unlikely that anybody in their sane consciousness would do that. It's usually like something that happens almost automatically. Like we pull our hands into your phone and pull it up and do those things. This action of actually removing on people who weren't any of interest to me, didn't make me pumped up, or didn't have any content that made me kind of interested in it, made a significant change on how I felt about social media. You see, when I open it up and see it now, I just see stuff that inspires me, makes me smile, makes me happy, makes me feel comfortable. And what I realized the most is that not only do I get a positive boost of energy, my Instagram view time is like now 4 or 5 minutes, because once I finish my feed, that's it. And because I have only so many, I have like 30 people, like I follow like 150 or 160, but realistically speaking, I only watch like 40 or 30, and those people don't. Okay, funny enough, my battery just died, so I had to change it quickly. So, in essence, because I only have people I'm interested in that give me a positive note, I am way shorter on Instagram, Facebook, and especially YouTube. And the content gives me really high quality dosage of motivation, inspiration, all of the good stuff that I need right now the most. So My big message to you is that your time on this planet is not infinite. It's not infinite. So if you are using your phone repeatedly for blazing off to one of the social media channels, it better be something that makes you happy and brings you some form of value, right? And if you are using it, understand that what you consume affects this thing, right? If you're gonna put petrol into a plant, there's no way it's going to grow. Even if you put wine, it's still liquid, but it's not the one thing that makes it grow. So you can make a conscious, small tweak of tweaking your Instagram or Facebook people you interact with, removing the stuff that is not really aligning with you, and then realizing the next day how much more a peace of mind you have. And so if there's anything I can advise to you, it would be take a half an hour to go for the people you're following and just either mute them or unfollow. And do this regularly. See where your time goes. See how it makes you feel after going on social media. And so if it doesn't make you happy, then you need to make some changes. And that's it. 3 things I've learned so far, which is number 1, always charge your battery. That's good. Number 2, I always do one-shot recordings of this, so I'd never repeat it. And number 3, which I love the most, is that I actually only think about the topic 10 minutes before I make the video. In this case, I make the topic the second I pull up my phone, and it's such a freeing experience of recording on the spot versus thinking 10 hours ahead. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this episode, consider subscribing and liking it. It helps. It really does. I mean, it's a mouse movement for you, but it helps me a lot. Thank you very much, and I'll see you tomorrow on episode, which I forgot what it will be. But anyways, I'll see you tomorrow.